welcome to BFS. Welcome to BFS Wargaming. Patrick here with Mike. So we're doing our 4th episode, the 1,500 points of the Slow Grow campaign. And we have actually crossed over a bit of a threshold because it's actually moved, chapter approved 2018 came out. So it's actually allowed both of us to take some more stuff, which is good. So we've both been got a few more points to play with. And we're going to play one of the new Eternal War missions. So what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll start taking a look at the armies and showing you through them. Take a look back. The links in the description for the past episodes. They're obviously pre-chapter approved, but you can see how the armies have grown. All the links will be in the description. So yeah, take a look at those and we'll move on to look at the armies.
Hello Internet, this is Michael Cloggy playing with Patrick today for our 1,500 point chapter approved, my first chapter approved game. And here's my army. So we've got my Demon Prince, he's going to be my Warlord. He's newly painted, upgraded with wings. Somehow he's demonic being, grew some wings out of his back. He's running with Unholy Fortitude. And yeah, he's going to be Beast, and he's got the Hellforged Sword. And then we have 10 Chaos Space Marines. Captain's running with a bolt pistol. My Forge Fiend, who's got 2 Hades cannons, not these plasma ones, as you can see. I've got my 2 Rhinos that are fully kitted out with Havoc launchers and combi bolters. 9 Berserkers, sorry, and an Exalted Champion. The Exalted Champion's running with a Power Fist and a Chainsword. And then I've got my 9 Berserkers, all of which are running with chainswords, and the captain's got a plasma pistol as well. Then I've got a Hellbrute at the back here. He is running las cannon and missile launcher. I've got 16 cultists, and then Kaitan running with his big cleaver and his Gatling gun. Also, I forgot to mention that my Exalted Champion has got the brass collar of Warcaster. And that is my 1,497 points. You're welcome, Patrick.
Okay, so 1,495 points of Emperor's Children. Well, Emperor's Children and a Slaanesh Demon Detachment. Okay, so we are going to have the Demon Prince is the Warlord, and he's taking Unholy Fortitude and the Elixir of something, which gives him +1 attack and strength. And we've got a Sorcerer with Jump Pack and a Sorcerer on Slaanesh Steed. So the Demon Prince is going to take Unholy Fortitude. The Slaanesh, the Sorcerer on Steed is going to take Death Hex and Delightful Agonies, and this Sorcerer is going to take Delightful Agonies and Prescience. So troop choices, we've got 6 Noise Marines in this squad, and 1 has a Blastmaster, and exactly the same in this squad of Noise Marines over here. We have 20 cultists. We have a Predator with 2 las cannons and 1 Predator autocannon, although that's not how it's modelled. And then we have 3 Hellflare Chariots for an Outrider detachment with the Herald on Seeker Chariot. So that, and he will be taking Purveyne of Slaanesh. So yeah, that's the 1,500 points. So I've got a battalion and an Outrider. So that's 9 command points to play with. So we'll go into the mission and show you what we're going to do and deployment. Okay, so we have deployed. Mike won the roll-off and chose Narrow the Search. So we've, Narrow the Search is the mission. Search and Destroy is the deployment that Mike chose. And he chose this corner over here. So I deployed first with my beautiful chariots and got the Predator back here. The Obliterators are in Deep Strike. Got the Cultists. So Narrow the Search is you have this 1 objective marker. It starts off, the person who's got the most models within 18 inches gets a victory point at the end of the battle round. Now, You still get first strike, Sailor Warlord and Line Breaker, but basically the objective decreases 3 inches each turn, each battle round, sorry, and then also there is a 12-inch null zone, so if you're within 12 inches of the objective marker, you don't get your invuln save. So we are Mike is gonna try and seize the initiative. So because I've chosen to go first, so Michael's gonna try and seize the initiative.
This would be nice.
And he rolled a 1, which is nice. So we're gonna go into Emperor's Children turn 1.
Can I re-roll that? Can you command roll it?
I don't know if I kid you can't. You can if you want, you can try. I don't mind.
I'm going to command roll it because I really want to go first.
Okay.
No, 2.
2.
Alright, that's 7.
Okay. So we've got this nice little mobile base at the back here that's been left, and the World Eaters have chosen to set up upon there. And we've got this ruined village, city, industrial place in this wasteland. So we're going to be going into turn 1 for the Emperor's Children and Slaanesh demons, and we'll see what's going to happen after the movement. Okay, so the movement phase, what we have done is we have moved and advanced these 4 chariots. We've moved this sorcerer on steed up, the demon prince has moved up, the cultists have moved up, the noise marines have stayed where they are, the predator's moved up, and so has the sorcerer with jump pack. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. Okay, the psychic phase, so we tried to do Profane of Slaanesh from here onto the cultists. Unfortunately, I perils on a double 1, so I had to command point it, and it didn't go off. We did Delightful Agonies on this front chariot over here, which went off, and we done Smite, which went off, and we done 2 wounds to the Rhino. We smited with this Demon Prince, done 2 wounds to the Rhino, and we did put Prescience onto the Land Raider, which went off. So, a fairly successful psychic phase. Mike couldn't deny with Collar of the Broadcaster because the model that has it is off the table at the minute. So, we're going to go into the shooting phase. Okay, so the end of Emperor's Children shooting phase. Basically, we shot a whole lot of stuff into these 2 rhinos. This one had already lost 4 because of the psychic phase. This ended up losing 3 wounds in the whole of the shooting phase, which was actually from a blast master from the Noise Marine. The Predator shot into the Khitan and didn't do anything. In fact, the Khitan made 2 6-up saves. So that was disappointing. So I think we're going to go into the charge phase and see if that's a little bit more fruitful. So we'll go into that now. Okay, very interesting fight phase. So these all got in. This guy over here did lose a wound to Overwatch. So these 2 attacked the Rhino, didn't really do much. About 3 wounds, was it?
I sort of peppered him. The horses licked the spikes to death.
Yeah. And so this Rhino is still alive and kicking. We then fought this Rhino, and it was ended up being the Demon Prince that took the Rhino out. It did actually explode, and it caused... This guy saved with Delightful Agonies. The Demon Prince took 1 wound, although actually I've just remembered he does have a 6-up Feel No Pain, so I'm going to roll and see if it is. Nope, didn't get it. This guy took a wound. This guy took 3 wounds, and he was out. The cultists took 1.
1 wound. Some guy around over here got hit with shrapnel in the head.
bit of metal Rhino.
These guys are fine.
Yeah.
But then this guy.
They were protected. Must have looped over. And then these gents clambered out, and one of them died as they were getting out of the Rhino in the explosion. Yeah. And he managed to get them all out within 3 inches, and with an inch away from my guys. So that was pretty much it. I mean, we'll see what happens at the end of the battle round in terms of the objective. But yeah, I got first strike by killing the Rhino. So we're going to go into the World Eaters turn 1 and see what they are going to hit back. I don't feel like I've done enough damage, especially with Mr. Khitan over here. So I feel like I could die severely. But we'll see. So we'll go into World Eaters.
End of World Eaters movement phase. So I've this rhino went, oh hell no, backed up a bit, blocked there. Hellbrute moved up from here to here. I've kept Forge Fiend where he was. Before he went, oh hell no, he disembarked his Space Marines up into this building here. Kaitan done a little crab shuffle up into the area there, just so he's get a bit closer. Just repositioned the cultist a little bit just to stop his obliterators, or hopefully prevent his obliterators from getting in. Centralised my Demon Prince a bit so he can cover a larger area just in case of attack. And then just reorganised my Khorne Berserkers and my Exalted Champion. Didn't do much with the cultists, they're just there for, you know, looking pretty and taking shrapnel on the forehead. And for my movement phase, I believe that was all. Sisu? Right, hello. Who would have thunk it? The Khorne World Eaters had a good shooting phase, as ridiculous as that sound. So Kaitan shot into the what was a predator over there, and he only did 2 wounds, or even that, I think. No, he did 4 wounds on him.
Yeah.
And then my Hellbrute here, and that was with Demon Forge on the Kaitan. And my second re-rolls, I rolled 5 1s to hit.
Unbelievable.
Redonk. Then the Hellbrute shot his missile launcher and las cannon and finished him off. He didn't explode, unfortunately. Then the Forge Fiend shot at a chariot here and one over here. This chariot died, and this chariot took maybe a wound with the ecto head, and then the Space Marines shot into both of these, I believe.
Yeah, the heavy bolt were into this one, and it took 1 more wound off, and then these shot into that and took 3 wounds off it.
Badoosh, and that was including a supercharged plasma pistol. Then my Khorne Berserkers shot their bolt pistols into, I believe it was this one here,
and then a couple of wounds off.
Yeah, took a couple of wounds off, and then supercharged the plasma pistol into the chariot that was here, and it did. And then still had this little sneaky chariot that was here left over. So my Demon Prince, being the beast he is, shot with his Warp Bolter and took off 4 wounds. It was like
killed him.
Best case scenario.
Didn't even Delightful Agonies didn't even save him.
Nope. Kaitan, to be honest, that's done back row. He's just sitting there looking
done like 4 wounds.
He's like, yo, and that was it. So that is the end of the World Eaters shooting phase. So now for where we really shine, the Khorne
phase.
The Khorne phase. Sounds like a quiche. So, Khorne World Eaters charge phase. Charged in my Berserkers and my Exalted Prince onto the Demon Prince. My Exalted Champion, sorry. So they're all in, lovely jubbly.
Demon Prince failed his charge, didn't he?
Yes, poor old Demon Prince is left at the back there, but he's still covering, you know, making sure no one sneaks in. The Kaitan, I went for the charge because I thought it'd be good to get him up the board. It's like a free move, really. Obviously, I've got to attack, etc., but needed to roll an 11, rolled an 8, command rolled the 3, and got a 6. So he's in the game, in the middle of the board, ready to go. Welcome back, end of the fight phase. Demon Prince is dead. My Exalted Champion inflicted 5 wounds on him with his Power Fist. And then the Berserkers cleaned up the demon pile of...
My Demon Prince only killed 2 of your Berserkers because you done 5 up saves.
5 up saves. Do you like them apples? Kaitan obviously smashed the chariot thing.
Yeah.
And then moved in.
Probably done about, would have done about, if you'd rolled the D3s, probably about 20 wounds, something like that. So yeah, it was well and truly dead.
That cleave is good, isn't it? And that's it for Khorne. So end of fight phase. I've consolidated. Still got all these units on the board.
I'm pretty sure that you're going to get the point, but we'll have a measure up to see how many models are closest within that 18 inches, and then we'll see who gets that victory point. We both got first strike, so yeah, we'll see who gets the victory point for battle round 1.
All right.
Okay, so we had a count up of models that were in 18 at the end of the first battle round, and it actually turned out that Emperor's Children had 1 more model with 29 to 28 that was closer. So we've moved, so the cultists have moved up, the 2 sorcerers moved back there, the Noise Marines stayed there. The Obliterators have dropped in here. And basically what we're going to do now is just try and do some sort of damage control, see what we can kill, and hope we can take enough out to sort of maybe make a difference. But to be honest, I think we're probably all thinking the same thing. There's a massive Khitan on the table with full health. He's still got a Hellbrute, a Forge Fiend, and a Demon Prince. He's pretty much holding all the cards, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens and see what we can do. So we'll go into turn 2. So movement, so it'll be shooting phase, turn 2 for the Emperor's Children. Okay, so after the shooting phase, we shot the Noise Marines, sonic weapons into the Chaos Space Marines and killed 3.
Yes.
And then we shot the Blastmasters into the Khitan and they both couldn't wound. We shot all the combi bolters from the Sorcerers and the auto guns into the Chaos Space Marines, done nothing. The Obliterator shot, the 3 Obliterators shot twice into the Khitan. The first time Mike saved him, didn't do anything. The second time he done 6 wounds. So he's now down to 12 because I'm not sure I've done the psychic phase, but we did do. Mike denied the Delightful Agonies with Scorn of Sorcery. He denied. I didn't get Prescience off. I did Smite twice. He tried to deny one of them, the Borg caster, but he didn't get it off. So I did do an extra 3 wounds from Smite onto the Khitan. So unfortunately, we just haven't done enough. Look at all this, you know, and then we've got that. So we'll see going into World Eaters turn 2 how much Mike destroys. I've got a feeling it's going to be a lot. So yeah, we'll see in turn 2.
So Khorne World Eaters turn 2 movement phase. Kept Hellbrutes and Forge Fiends where they are. Kept the Rhino where it is and the Space Marines where they are. Boomed up the Khitan. He's still in his top bracket, so had a 12-inch movement. The Exalted Champion and the Berserkers, they're going on a freaking rampage. They're like, Wah!
If there's any colonists left after the fight phase, they're gonna eat them.
Cultists have consolidated up towards the objective a little bit, so I can try and achieve some more points. Demon Prince has swooped into here to have a go at these obliterators if possible. And that's the end of Khorne World Eaters movement phase turn 2. So end of World Eaters turn 2 shooting phase, bit pants really, to be honest. Shot the Space Marines, Havoc Launcher and the Forge Fiend plus some bolters from here and plasma pistols etc. into the cultists.
Killed 9.
So I wanted to get rid of them and killed 9. They were proper hardcore little cultists, really bad rolls. Shot my Hellbrutes into the Obliterators and did nothing.
And Warp Bolter.
And the Warp Bolter from the Demon Prince. Shot my Khitan into this bottom unit here and killed 1 in the end. And I put Demon Prince on him.
It was a very good saving rolls on the Noise Marines from the Khitan actually. Out of 6 that went through, I'd say 5, so I'm 4 up.
And I had the Curse of the Khitan again.
Oh yeah.
Second lot of re-rolls for the Demon Forger on the to hit, and I rolled 3 1s again.
Unbelievable.
What's going on there? So end of World Eater shooting phase on to...
You don't want to charge, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to charge, I think.
Nah, don't charge.
I think I'm going to charge.
Come on, aren't men to charge?
Yeah, they're like, why are we charging? World Eaters end of turn 2, end of charge phase. Failed. Unbelievably, with my Exalted Champ and my Berserkers in their charge. Succeeded with the Demon Prince, managed to murder 1 Obliterator. Murdered. Did a multi-charge with the Khitan on the 2 sorcerers and the Cultist, and murdered the 2 sorcerers. So no more sneaky psychic stuff.
And 8 cultists ran to morale.
Because they were afraid of the Titanic
Khitan
stomping towards
them. Like 20-foot demon engine vehicle. They thought, nah, not for it.
Not today, mate.
No.
Bye. So end of World Eaters Khorne turn 2.
And you got the victory point for having more models in 15 inches for the second battle round. So World Eater's got that. So they are now on 3 and Emperor's Children are on 2.
What he said.
Okay, so I think you might be able to tell after looking and working it out. I am going to concede. The Emperor's Children are going to concede because over here the Obliterators, obviously they can fall back, but they won't be able to shoot. And then the Demon Prince is just going to go and then finish them off. The Khitan, I think, might be able to handle these 3 cultists here. Although I'll probably be able to shoot and kill these Berserkers, he's still got Hellbrute, Forge Fiend, Space Marines here, got cultists. He's gonna keep getting the points. This Khitan's gonna keep shooting in and taking out them Noise Marines. So the game is over effectively. The World Eaters have won. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick post-game chat and just have a little chat through. Okay, quick post-game chat. So, yeah, we didn't have the Demon Prince battle, which we've had every game up to this point, which is a little bit sad.
That was a shame.
Yeah.
The epic clash of the Titans.
Yeah,
Job, isn't it?
It's been really good fun. Like it sort of went almost in the previous games went down to who lost their Demon Prince first. Like in that battle, sort of almost lost the game. But I made a bit of a mistake with the Demon Prince. I shouldn't have put him in. I should have waited for him to then counter, like the Berserkers and other stuff. But really, the first turn I didn't do enough damage. And then you took out the Predator. Predator's gone. My big firepower had gone. The Obliterator's come in turn 2. You tied them up, and they didn't do enough damage. I mean, I've done 6 damage to the Khitan with shooting them twice. So obviously, the list needs some more firepower. That is for definite. So hopefully, I can bring a bit more in the 2,000
You need
point
another
game.
Predator tank or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely need something. Maybe a Hellbrute. Something to give me a little bit extra. So yeah, I think that's going to have to be the route I go down. The Psych was okay. It didn't go off quite as much as I wanted to. I mean, I only had 2 turns because obviously it was over pretty quick. I didn't really see the point in carrying on because we knew which way it was heading. To be honest, I think it would have only gone one more battle round and it would have been over. Like I would have been tabled.
It would have just been me shooting at your Sonic.
Yeah, my Noise Marines.
Noise Marines
in
that house.
So yeah, it just ended up being probably a bit pointless, and it wouldn't have been fun to watch. So I conceded, but yeah, really good. So that means I get 2 command points for the 2,000 point battle. So you're on 4,
yeah,
and I'll be on 2 extra to whatever else we take going into that 2,000 point battle because we did draw 1, so you don't get any for that. Yeah, but really good game. I think the Khitan was good.
Yeah, I really liked me Khitan. Kept him back at the beginning and then pushed him forward sort of on the second turn. So he managed to survive a bit longer and then pushed in. And then when I had that charge, that successful charge to get him into the middle of the field, I think that really helped because then I could push him up a bit more. My Demon Prince with his wings, much better with wings because on the previous games we played he didn't have any wings and I didn't realise just how much more board control you get when he has those wings. You can really respond to threats like him dropping in his Obliterators. Like I could just park myself in the middle and then get straight on him straight away. I've got a reasonable selection of units there. It's quite a diverse army at the moment. I think competitively I don't think it'd do very well and there's a few things I'd change, but for what we're doing right now and for the slow grow, it's definitely gone in the direction I'm happy with. I think the 2000 game is going to be a real good one.
I hope so. Obviously some things are going to change, but I think they're both good funnies. They've both got a lot of variety in them. And you know, I brought the Slaanesh Demons. They got in first turn because obviously Mike chose the deployment, which
that's another thing. I love the new deployment rules and things. It really doesn't bring everything down to just that first turn. Sort of, you actually have a bit of a chance, like responding to your deployment. I can then, you know, put my stuff like just out of range and things, so you just can't smash it all straight
because
away.
I think with the changes where you can't deep strike turn 1, it then hinders close combat armies like World Eaters. But now you can actually choose deployment, counter deploy, you know, all of those things. That actually really is now helping those close combat armies. If you get the choice of deployment, you can make sure you're a lot closer.
you know, it seems like, so that is really good. And yeah, it's sort of almost become more tactical now because of that.
Yeah, well, I could deploy so you didn't just like wipe me out.
Yeah, you moved your Khitan back so not everything could shoot at it and things like that. So yeah, it was really, really good. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for watching. You will do the 2,000 point as soon as we've got all of the models painted for it. And we're going to do a full back rep on that, so hopefully that should be a lot of fun. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, and me and Mike will see you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye.